Hey guys, Pablo here, and welcome to a brand new video in which we're going to talk about a project that is called PokeMoney. Now, this is a game that includes NFTs that have the play-to-earn concept, that have a dual economy. So we're going to talk about every single thing. We're going to talk about the tutorial, because it is on the Binance Smartchain network, so we're going to learn on how we can add the network. A lot of people are confused about it, and how you can import other tokens, and then how you can get the NFT, the characters, how you can play the game, what types there are, and how you can earn. So we're going to talk about all those things and talk about the future planning. So just know that this is not going to be an investment or a financial advice. All the links will be in the description, including the addresses, but don't take those as investment advice. It's just like for educational purposes. Now with this out of the way, let's move straight to the video. Now, as you can see, we're at the official website of PokeMoney. We're going to learn everything from this website, and we're also going to take a help from their documents, and we're going to learn things like how you can connect your wallet. This is on the Binance Smartchain, so you have the Binance Smartchain network added if you have MetaMask, because it's not already there. So we're going to learn about those. We're going to learn about all the other essentials of the project. So if you take a look at the white paper, the documents which we have right here, you can learn about the story on which it is based on. We have this play to earn game, which you can see has been inspired from the concept of Pokemon Go, or the Pokemon games itself, where you would that was based on the augmented reality, and you would throw the balls and you will get some kind of special Pokemon that is rare. So there's a similar concept in this one, in which you have those NFTs, which if they're rare, they're more valuable, and they come with different levels. They have different attributes and stuff like those, and all those counts in the game, whether you're in a battle, and if you're not just battling, you can put them to work, to job, and that way you can also earn resources from there too. So first, in the getting started, when coming to the essentials, they're teaching how you can create your own Binance Smartchain wallet. They're teaching that on this is MetaMask, which we already use for a lot of the purposes. So they're teaching how you can add the Binance Smartchain network into it, which I actually already have. So basically, when you add the extension of the wallet, or you download it, you create new network. So right now, you can see I'm on the Smartchain, but if you click on it, you get the option to add a network. Now this is a temporary address that I have. So you put the network, you have all these bars, empty spaces where you have to fill out. So you put the network name, new RPC URL, chain ID, currency symbol, block explorer URL, which you can see are right here. So you can simply just copy paste them, and you can simply add them there. Now coming to another part is that you have to import addresses which are not already there. So even if you have the tokens, you cannot see them on your wallet because you haven't added the addresses. So if I just close this back, open up MetaMask, and then in case of BUSD, you just have to copy the address of the BUSD. If you come to the assets, you can get the option of import tokens, and then you put the token name. It already text is BUSD, token decimal this, and you can add the custom token. And then you do this same thing for the USDT, and then for the NKG token. So NKG token, there's actually a dual token economy in this one. So we have not just one token, we have two tokens. One is the governance token, the other is the central economy of the game itself, and how people are rewarded. So I'm gonna put this is the NKG, so I'm gonna add this one too, and then I'm gonna go back and cross this one for now. Again, import tokens, and I'm going to add USDT. So make sure that you add all these addresses. Addresses will be, of course, in the description, but don't take that as an investment advice. I'm asking you to deposit any addresses, deposit any money on there. Don't do that. So I'm just teaching you guys how you can do that. So it's pretty simple, pretty basic stuff that we have right here. But anyways, when we're over that part, you can learn about the team, all their experiences, the departments that they belong to, and stuff like those. They have a very well experienced and a committed team, as we're talking here. Of course, we're going to take a look at the website too, but we have most of the information on how the game is played and how their economy works on their documents. So that's why I'm using this one. But since I'm doing this, it's not necessary for you guys to do this. So first, they're talking about get your NEKO, how you can do that. You can do that in the in-game shop. Now we have seen how to add the Binance Smartchain network. We have seen how we can add the tokens, import the tokens, the BUSD and their own native token and USDT. Now, in order to buy a NEKO, what you're going to do here is basically simply come to the shop. Just simple one click over here. When you have your wallet connected, you can see it says 32 BUSD for one NEKO. So what you do is simply click on approve. It will open up the notification tray on your MetaMask. I'm gonna ask you for some permission. It's just $0.13 worth of gas fees that you have to pay. Simply click on confirm. It'll take some time to load. There you go. Now, in order to do the payment, simply click on the payment button. It'll open up the notification tray on the MetaMask, and then you're going to click on confirm, and there you go. So I'm gonna open it right now just to check, and I'm supposed to flick it, I think. Yep. So there you go. You can see all the attributes that I got from there, the level, the ID, and which one that I received. So yeah, this is basically how you buy it. It's a simple few click procedures, and now you can see I have one NEKO. So this is basically how you buy it. Now let's move forward. It says each character created will receive random career attributes, points, talent, skills, and all these basically generates kind of like that, I wouldn't say value, but it talks about how rare your NEKO is going to be. The more rare it is, the more valuable it is. Each character, of course, is going to be an NFT that you get in this one, so they are tradable. Then it talks about levels. You can come here. There's a lot of details, in-game mechanisms that you can read about over here. There are different types of NEKOs: fighting type, rock type, psychic type, specter type. You can see right here: fighting type, specter type, psychic, and rock. And you can take a look at the story too, like what exactly do they do. And moving forth, you can get information about all these different NEKOs that we have right here. Now, talking about the battle, we already know how the battle goes. It depends on who have the better skills, the attributes. So the battle results depends on these parameters that includes hit points, SP, attack value, defense value, magic resistance value, and the hit rate. And these are the attributes that comes different in different NEKOs, different characters, different NFTs. So we have strength, agility, constitution, intelligence, willpower, spirit, and then we have abilities. So we have three types of abilities: regular abilities, required abilities, bound abilities. And if you take a look at different kinds of NEKOs, it talks about how many abilities they have and how many bound abilities they have. It brings us to the abilities effects, the effects that those abilities have that they can inflict. So you can see there's actually a lot of these. So you don't have to like learn all these things. Eventually you're gonna learn all of them or most of them from time, and you can learn from them like as you're going along. Now, apart from battles through which you earn tokens and resources, if you're not doing participating in the battles, you can do other stuff. So you have like your characters have daily jobs, they have daily lives, and they also have jobs. There are different types of jobs that they can do, which is part of the NKG mining. So you just need to click the button and the NEKO will start working and you start getting NKG. And they're saying like after every 15 days of the NKG mining, you just like claim it and by paying the gas fees. So these are different jobs that you can get for your characters that the characters can do. Now, apart from the battles and the jobs, the daily lives, we have Atlas, which is a continent adventure, Atlas content adventure. This is like another exciting part of the game. It says kill the dark forces, challenge bosses, capture treasure chests, etc. Everything is available in it, including NKG and the best equipment. Each NEKO has a limited number of combats in a single day. NEKOs of level 1 2 can participate in 2 combats a day, and the number of combats for babies of level 3 and above is equal to their level. The limit will be reset at 12 PM UTC. Players need to pay a certain amount of NKG as a ticket to the Atlas combat. So as you can see, we have a wide array of different opportunities in this project, in this game itself. So it just depends on how a person wants to play in it and how much they want to be, stay active. So you have different equipments that you get from the, I think from the battles and the Atlas content adventure. And it says battle for resources, join the PvP source. Okay, so there's like PvE and there's also PvP. So here you can see first we have the market. Actually, I'm going to talk about that later. First, again, this brings us to the battle of resources. So you play player versus player, which is basically resource battle. You battle, and if you win, you get resources. And then we have the Pokeball, through which you basically summon or get your NEKOs. And then NEKOs can earn game gold coins through part-time jobs. So this is their player mechanism. Then we have equipments, a wide variety of equipments and props and systems. And then we have training ground, which is basically a player versus environment place where you don't basically fight an actual player. This is basically a training ground, but you still obtain tokens and you also obtain equipments. Then we have the marketplace, which is available to buy and sell NEKOs and equipment. Again, as I said, since they're NFTs, so they're tradable. Now this brings us to the tokenomics. We've talked about the game. There's different parameters, different abilities in this. Now this brings us to the tokenomics. As I mentioned before, we have a dual token economy in this project. We have one token that is called the NKG token, which is the main currency in the game. This is what people earn. But we also have a PMY token, which is the governance token. So talking about the dual economy that we have right here, our goal is, they're saying from their part, their goal with PMY and NKG is to use this as economic incentives to encourage users to participate in the ecosystem activities. The mechanisms described above has two main goals: to reward players for interacting with PokeMoney while incentivizing them to utilize tokens for transactions, so as to create an internal circulating economy, which is this one. For this one, they have the NKG token. And then to decentralize the ownership of governance of PokeMoney, which we have the PMY token. So this is how basically the dual token economy actually works. And we have talked about the other projects, and we have seen that they separate the governance token from the the in-game currency. We also have a referral program, which is actually pretty exciting. So in order for you to get some kind of commission from your referral program, in a sense, basically you generate your link, you give that invitation code to your user, you give that invitation code to the users. Those users or your subordinates, they basically use that code to register, and then you get 10% commission. So let's say if they deposit 28 BUSD or 28 USDT or 30 USDT, you basically get 10% of it. So 30 is basically 3 USDT that you get from there. So here is the token distribution of the PMY, which is the governance token. It says it's a decentralized token for the game launched on Binance Smartchain at the beginning. The first stage will mint 42 million. It will be used for trading, exchanging, and merged NEKO in the game. PMY is the foundation of democracy of this community. So we have the distribution of all of this right here, and we have the roadmap. Also, the project has been audited, so you can check the audit right here. It is pretty clear. Now, if we talk about the roadmap, I'm going to talk about start from the Q1 of this year. We have the NFT marketplace created, listing on decentralized exchange, open staking pool, launch PvE training ground mode, second generation new NEKO launched 3 versus 3 PvE mode, and then we have the Q2 build a PMY liquidity pool, launch merge mode, launch watching and learning functions, launch of 5 versus 5 player versus player mode, and then listing on centralized exchange, dual camp mode. And then in the Q3, a social function, open ladder tournament, launch week, month, quarterly events, team battle mode, the official website and game user UI interface are newly launched, and then launch land pre-sale. So we're going to have land as NFTs too, apart from the NEKOs, and also the equipments and stuff like those. We also going to have lands. And then in the Q4 of this year, so by the end of this year, launch offline competitions, 1-year anniversary special battle mode, iOS version and the Android version. So they're gonna have an iOS and Android version too, and then launch more land use scenarios. So we're gonna have a lot of things in this project. So if we click on the getting started, this basically teaches us step by step and in detailed step to how and basically what to do in here. So we have first getting started. You install wallet, you get NEKO, how you can get it, and then how you can do the NKG mining by taking part in the jobs. So in this we have some explanation, actually detailed information, if you want to choose to take a look at it in details. If you click on the play, you first put the the address for the superior account. I'm going to put it in right here. do know that all the essential information and everything else you will be seeing right here will be available in the description. So don't worry, you're not gonna have any trouble or any of those things. Now this brings us to the game shop. It says start your jungle adventure. This is multiplied by 1. If I of course double it, it becomes 64 BUSD. Right now it is 32, so we buy it in the 32 BUSD that we just imported over there, but of course we need BUSD in there. So you're going to use whichever exchange that you're most familiar with. You're going to deposit BUSD into your wallet, and then you're going to use that BUSD and you're going to get NEKO, and then basically this is how it all works. Now I think we have gained a lot of essential information about the project, and there's nothing that I think is left. But still, if you have any question, of course you can ask me. A lot of people question like how we can basically earn through it. So basically in the game you get NKG, and you can trade the NKG on the Pancake swap. You can exchange it for BNB or stuff like those. So it depends on you. And if you want to know about the NKG prices, you can take a look at the PokeMoney app. So again, links will be in the description. But this is all I have for you guys in this video. If you have any questions, of course you can ask me. I'm gonna put the links in the description of the social media, so it's better that if you ask them questions. And I'll see you guys in the next video shortly, so stay tuned. Disclaimer: trading digital assets involve significant risk and can result in the loss of your invested capital. You should ensure that you fully understand the risk involved and take into consideration your level of experience, investment objectives, and seek independent financial advice if necessary. It is up to you whether to invest or not.